Hey people, Indrid here, 1v1, Outer Reaches, blue side. Angrathul as a Farseer support hero fighting in melee, some powerful buffs and control. Up against red side, Stoned Elf's Lord Commissar. Strong offense and support fighting in melee begins with a Refractor Shield. Can shoot his own fellows in the head to encourage them. Got Howling Banshees for Angrathul and triple Guardsman up for Stoned Elf. Most likely we are going to see Catachan Devils then. It seems like a pretty good map for them, because there's lots of narrow spots over here that they could put improvised explosives such as here, and also just generally on the VP maybe. Also funneled stuff into their shotgun blasts and all that. These guys are being brave and going for a contested wreck point, which seems like it's going to work out. Banshees are not going to harass them, they're going up the edge to grab the wreck point most likely. Lord Commissar is going for contested power, and then it might be a Banshee fight then. And he will get messed up by level 1 Banshees, especially if they get guided. Even with his shield up, I'm pretty sure he gets destroyed. So you might need to be careful about that. VP is now being taken. Maybe those guardsmen could help out. At least one of these guys has got to get a flamer, right? I wonder if it's worth getting double flamers, especially if Guardians are trying to like outrange you with cover with their guide. You could run up with flamers and mess them up. I'm pretty sure Howling Banshees have flame-resistant armor. Most Tier 1 melee does. But 2 squads of Guardsmen flaming them down might be worth it. Yeah, they are turning towards the mid. The Commissar got the power. And he wants to fight here. There's Guide on the Banshees. And there's Inspire Courage on the Guardsman. But the Farseer ties them up. And look at the damage on the Lord Commissar. Knocked down. That's a death sentence there. Surprised he took that fight. Thought maybe the Farseer would stay on him and those guardsmen could do a bunch of work with their buffed up las guns. We do see some power bashing though. These guys with the flamer getting a couple of gens at least. I don't think they were all 3 here, were they? Can they do it? They're getting debuffed by the Rangers shuriken pistols, but they do take it down. I think the debuff increases the damage they take rather than reduces the damage they deal, I believe. But we are most likely going to see the long rifles for the disruption to set up Banshee pushes and grenades and things. Yeah, Commissar had to be repurchased, which is going to slow down generators, because it costs 250 for that. Maybe it could node distant instead, because it's going to be taken otherwise. Might not be worth it though. Fully matured wreck point here, getting decapped by the Farseer. She's taking some lasgun shots. These guys are going to try and grenade them. Commissar coming in though. There's the kinetic pulse and there's the grenade. Not perfectly timed, but they were around this kind of awkward angle. And it did kill 3 guardsmen, although they lost the ranger doing it. 13 red for a ranger is quite a lot, I feel like. Howling Banshees on capping duty on the VP. Maybe they could power bash afterwards. Here come Catachan Devils. And you'd expect rangers after this from Angrathul, maybe. Double rangers would be cool, though. Yeah, it is a shuriken. I was looking forward to maybe double rangers. There's Guide on the Guardians. Doesn't even bother reinforcing these guys because they can still detect stuff and also disrupt stuff without it. I guess it's useful to have the extra rifle though, innit? These guys are not indicated as being in cover, which is interesting. There are some weird objects in the game that act as objects in regards to pathing but don't actually provide any cover. Maybe that thing is one of them. And there's the Catachans with their grenade launcher. Disruption from long range. They can also shotgun blast. Have supportive smoke grenades. And they are decent melee combatants. Well, more than decent. They've got power melee weapons. They could maybe catch some stuff on retreat here. Lord Commissar needs to run from the shuriken. It's a setup weapon that will suppress infantry in the firing arc and deal lots of damage to them if they get close. These guys are going for power harass here. Maybe put the improvised explosive around this area. Maybe towards the bottom of it. It's not always clear where they're going to drop it, because they can drop it kind of far from themselves. Yeah, there it is. I maybe would have put it around here, because they're going to come from the south. Well, technically the west to get to you. You don't want to detonate it on the Farseer though. 485 to 428. These guys might get grenaded. There it is. Stoned Elf was not looking at them, and they got wiped, fully wiped by it. Good grief. I think he was concentrating on the catechins there, was not expecting a wipe. That was nasty. Shuriken gets guided. Bad news for these guardsmen. Are there any catechins? No, the catechins are in retreat, aren't they? What do you do now with Stoned Elf? Do you just get more catechins? I mean, maybe. I don't think you go tier 2 like this. You're going to get overrun. They're going to be on your power. Shuriken's doing so much work here. Oh, is that the power sword? Yeah, power sword is in. Mostly for the disruption rather than having a power weapon, because lead by example is amazing. More speed and a bunch of those disruptive special attacks that also buff nearby allies. Is he going for tier 2 here, Stoned Elf? I think more catechins up would be fun to see. Not perhaps easy to manage. What are you guys up to? Oh, throwing up a shield and then harass the power? Sure, why not? That wreck point's already decapped. There's those catechins. But they force off the Banshees. They don't want to mess with both of these guys. And there's a Shuriken. These guys splitting around them. They already used their grenade launcher though. They should have used the shotguns, maybe saved the grenade launcher. Guide is on the Shuriken too. What's the Farseer doing? She was given an errant order there. Almost went down. If those guys forced melee on her earlier, I think she would have died. There is more catechins coming in for Stoned Elf, which is exciting. Lord Commissar still level 1. Have you leveled up Farseer? Yeah, I feel like you have. Level 2 on that Farseer. Shuriken doing huge amounts of work here. Really good on this central area. And the double catechins will help greatly with that. Could maybe get the Aura of Discipline up to help support those catechins. And maybe ride that into Ogrins even. Because they can disrupt the hell out of these Banshees. 467 to 377 on the VPs. There's tier 2 for Angrathul. With many options available. Explosive. Boom. Only killed a single Banshee, but did a lot of damage. Oh, they couldn't quite get into melee with them there. There's some Aura Libel. Look how low they got. If that was like perfectly timed explosive into melee, they could have maybe wiped those Banshees even. There's Guide on the Guardians. Chopping down this shield. Gonna need to run, I think, the Commissar. I think he's judged it okay, should be fine. Rangers now fully reinforced, getting shots on the catechins. Where's the other fellas? They are coming out of base with some guardsman powers. The ones that died, oh no, they aren't the ones with flamers. These fellas have the flamers. And they have their sergeant, of course, take them up to 9 models, reinforced 2 at a time. And he's got a melee weapon, the sergeant, but he's not any good in melee. It's like single-digit DPS kind of thing. You know, like a Plague Champion, for example. Grenade, nicely placed on that little blob of fellas. And why didn't they get any red pop-ups there? 3 or 4 of them died, for sure. Howling Banshees are war shouting. That Farseer is getting really low. She's going to die. 2 catechin melee. I think Angrathul was looking at the Banshees here. Down goes the Farseer. These ladies now have their Exarch. Is that Shuriken again? Has been really good with positioning on this thing. Hasn't been overly extending it across the map kind of thing. And the Autarch drops in. Already got some XP on her. And was that friendly knockback from Kinetic Pulse? Looked like it. She got knocked on her ass by something. Commissar gets in on the Shuriken. Has leveled now. Which means, of course, his shield is more powerful because he gets more energy. Autarch jumping in. She provides a 15% range damage reduction aura around her. Great news for these Howling Banshees, and her leap really helps them out with a boost of speed and a little heal and more damage on it too. I don't think it's a big heal or a big damage boost, but it's something on her leap. That's a little passive leap there. Okay, Stormtroopers for Stoned Elf. Most likely with an assault kit. They removed the grenade from the assault kit. I'm not sure what the thinking was with that. But they made it a lot cheaper, didn't they? Let's see. Yeah, it's only 5 power now to get more range and remove weapon cooldown. And, oh, warp spiders for Angrathul. I think the stormtroopers will mess up the warp spiders quite nicely, because warp spiders are regular infantry. The stormtroopers will outrange them, of course. They have to deal with this, though. They have to deal with an Autarch jumping on them, getting a good special. Shotgun blast in there. Shotgun blast took a while to come, eh? And lost a couple of stormtroopers. Now, how much do they cost to reinforce? Lost 3 stormtroopers, in fact. These guys are still harassing the base. Oh, the Autarch's going to die here. Autarch's going to die. Angrathul, I think, was looking after these fellas. Stormtroopers, yeah, they're only 1 power to reinforce. Maybe Angrathul tried to retreat them and it didn't behave, which sometimes happened in Dawn of War. Here's your warp spiders then, teleporting infantry with good ranged anti-infantry damage, but as I said, the stormtroopers should mess them up from good range. Some power bashing. This explosive is still here, and there's some mines dropped in from the global ability of the Lord Commissar. There's some great spots in the mid to drop them, isn't there? 436 to 308. The Farseer is still down, by the way. So you could maybe get Psychic Storm to mess the Catechins and the Stormtroopers up, especially if they are like this, all bunched together. Banshees go in straight for the Stormtroopers. Again, the shotgun blast comes really late. It might have just been that Stone Delph was looking elsewhere. What's all this buff? What is this buffing business going on? Oh, that's none shall fall. No, none shall fall. Loyal to the end, that's it. Which gives you more damage as stuff dies. Catechin's trying to get their Sarge as a global ability of the Lord Commissar there. Still going. I think it lasts like 20 seconds or something. There we go. Let's see what these Stormtroopers can do to the Warp Spiders. Doing good damage, but it seemed to be evenly split there. They didn't drop many models. Okay, they dropped a couple. They got a couple down. You have a fully reinforced Guardsman squad now, up to 12 models with the Commissar there. And he's like half decent in combat, the Commissar himself. Farseer is still down. Catechin's knocked these guys on their ass. Still an explosive here, still mines over here. You see the Rangers spotting all the stuff as they run past. Do you go tier 3 now, Mr. Stone Delph? Maybe get some Kasrkin up.
No place is barred to us.
No place is barred to us, said the Warp Spiders. Meanwhile, in the mid, Stormtroopers gonna get, flanked quite nastily there. Had to run. Can't chuck a grenade anymore. 418 to 278. Quite a decent VP lead, actually, for Angrathul. Just able to get on this VP a lot more, I guess. You guys gonna improvise explosives somewhere? What are you up to? Expected to see more in the mid. Maybe there has been a bunch, but I just haven't spotted them. I know there was one on the wreck point here at least, but there should be a bunch on this ramp, I feel like. Okay, here goes one on this spot. 418 to 270 on the VPs. Farseer is still down. Stone Delph's Commissar is now level 3. Catechins infiltrate in there because they were idle. What are they getting spotted by? I don't know. I don't know what they're getting spotted by there. Did they move or something? Or did they shoot something? Grenade. Beautifully done. Almost wiped those fellas. Our Banshees ran away from retreat path. Look at that. They might have been able to finish them off there. Guardsmen running all the way to the northeast corner. Banshees giving chase. It's Ogrins for Stone Delph. That's just surprising, actually. I mean, they can brute force their way through Fiat, but the Warp Spiders can frustrate them with teleporting. The Banshees will give them a good fight. Although, I mean, the Ogrins are no pushover, obviously, but the Farseer can get Gravity Blade if she was alive, which might kind of end the engagement unless they can dodge it, and it's not that easy to dodge. And it shuts you down so hard. But it is going to be Ogrins, and it is going to be Wraithguard here. Okay, they could brute force their way through onto the Wraithguard, maybe. Angrathul is going to need to be on that with grenades and war-shouting Banshees and things. Almost got wiped out by the improvised explosive, the guarding weapon team. Are we going to see Aura of Discipline then for the Ogrins? Get their bonehead leader. These guys with heavy melee damage, they just smack you with their guns, and their guns are not bad as well. They're also deceptively quick when they get their charge going. And they hit you quite rapidly. Commissar, still no sign of Aura of Discipline. He might just be looking for tier 3 now. There's those Wraith Guard then with the Wraith Cannons. Good damage to all targets, and they will suppress infantry. And look at the big booms on those poor Catechans. 368 to 270. Good power bashing though. Howling Banshees war shouting, suppressing the Lord Commissar. Ogrins have found the Rangers, and they pulverize them. Good start for those fellas. Using the Use Your Red, which gives them a speed boost and knocks down surrounding units twice, 4 seconds apart. It's really good disruption. Really good disruption. Great start for the Ogrins. He's got to repurchase the Farseer. I think maybe he wants tier 3, which is why he's not doing it. But the Gravity Blade is the obvious choice here. Oh, the Lord Commissar did go down. So they got decisions to make, these guys. Something was purchased by Angrathul. What was that? Oh, it's Autarch. The Autarch's back. Ouch. Wraithguard exploding stuff. Banshees yelling. Ogrins run. Autarch alongside them. She can disrupt them quite nicely, I guess. By them, I mean the Ogrins. Oh, these guys teleported into mines. More power bashing though. It's pretty damn effective, these guys with their flamers. They level 3. Okay, Commissar's been repurchased. Goes for Carapace armor. No Aura of Discipline yet. 25 pounds, quite cheap. Yeah, 200 health and health regen. Makes the Inspire Courage buff the Commissar for a bit. 15% damage, breaks his suppression, which helps against that shuriken. Reduces charge range. Interesting. It's like heavy piece of armor, I guess. There's the Aura of Discipline healing nearby allies periodically. Based on the amount of models they have, a bigger heal for lower models, such as the Ogrins. Radius 20 is quite nice as well, it's quite generous. 312 to 264. Guardians thinking about the power point, but they see the Stormtrooper's grenade is dodged. And surely they can outshoot the Guardians. You know what? Within Bolden and level 3, they messed up the Stormtroopers quite handily there, didn't they? It might have been that the Stormtroopers spent a bunch of time moving away from the grenade. But still, that was pretty damn cool. Messing them up in melee now. 312 to 246 on the VPs. Commissar trying to charge down the Warp Spiders, but they blink out of there. Can he kill some of these fellas? They see that pulse of the heal there. Where are the Ogrins? They're up in the northeast. Farseer still down. 2-1 cap though for Angrathul. Do you guys have your teleport available? Banshees need to wash out. There it is. And there you see the Use Your Red. There's me another knockdown here. Did the other knockdowns proc or not? Didn't see him. Is that mines going off? Banshees got messed up and all split up, and the Exarch went down there. Catechans took a Wraithguard volley and had to run, but the Ogrins did a great job tanking the Banshees and staying on them there. Oh, Loyal to the End was up again. 301 to 230 on the VPs. Level 5 Lord Commissar now. Farseer is not even up. Wraithguard doing some great work though. Big volleys on the Catechans. Grenade. Wipes them out. Nicely done by Angrathul. Beautifully done. Steal some Catechans up, of course. And it means that they can't grenade the Ogrins now. But they're going to get their VP back. These guys grabbing contested power. These guys stealing this natural wreck point. And Stormtroopers going for this power still. Don't think they've done a huge amount. They have got level 2 though. That's an explosive going off. Killed at least one Warp Spider, I think. Autarch with her fancy spear. Inspiration on kill, of course, with the Autarch. That was a very fancy special attack that missed. No grenades available on retreat here. Only ever had this single Guardians, right? Done a lot with those single fellas grenade though. 289 to 214, 2 to 1 for Angrathul. But Guardsman here grabbing the VP. You guys need to cap now, fellas. Autark doesn't want to harass those guards and wants to decap this fully matured wreck point. Okay, Farseer is back. And there's Gravity Blade for the Ogrins. Mines being quite annoying. They're not doing much damage, as you can see, but they do suppress you and knock you back. And you can use the catechins to set them off with their grenade launcher and stuff. Ouch. Got the decap though, brave fellas. Having to get back their natural wreck point from the corner. There's the levitation field. Awesome control and disruption there. It's not a power weapon, but the... I believe the knockback. Yeah, 50 power melee damage does the knockback. Can these guys get suppressed by the Wraith Guard? Lord Commissar goes after them, but there's a shuriken. That's very important to have. Maybe a grenade as well. There it is. Had to run. Dealt with the Ogrins superbly well there, Angrathul. Lord Commissar did what he could. Was getting harassed by the Banshees and gets away all right. He just had catechins in there with him to disrupt the shuriken. But they were busy elsewhere. Here we go though. Can catch these guys on retreat. Wraith Guard getting big volleys. Oh, they couldn't stick around. Maybe you can wipe them anyway with just the Stormtroopers. Nope. Warp Spiders coming in and messing them up. Banshee's looking for some hits. Don't think they're going to get them though. Look at the Autark stealing this VP. She's getting really low though, has to leap away. Doesn't have her shield yet. And now she runs. These guys can grab the VP again. Look at the resources for Stoned Elf. What do you do here? You know what would be crazy and fun? Double Ogrins here would be crazy and fun. Not sure if that's what we're going to see though. Because it would be pretty difficult for Angrathul to deal with double Ogrins running at him. If they were running from different directions anyway. Those mines are going off. Commissar's in amongst the Wraith Guard. Doing some good work with that power sword, eh? And Ogrins brute force their way through. The Banshee's almost wiped, in fact. What are these guys doing? I think these guys are following old orders. Okay, they teleport out. Nice VP lead, though, still. There's the levitation field. She's bugged out, not doing her proper animation, but it would have gone off. But those guys retreated anyway. 289 to 140. Stormtroopers getting messed up by the Autark. I didn't drop a model, though. Now she jumps back to buff some stuff. Look at that. Nice speed bonus for the Banshees and a weapon damage bonus. And the Lord Commissar's in trouble. That was a nasty knockback. Can they finish him? Oh, the mines might have saved him there. Autark zipped across, but she couldn't get a hit. 289 to 123. What is Stoned Elf going to purchase? Got to get something. He's got so much resources. I mean, do you tier 3 and get a tank? Maybe you tier 3 and get Kasrkin. Just like leave the Kasrkin up here maybe. Because they'll be really good at that with their fast capping and their good mobility and things. And you can give them the grenade launchers to knock everything down. Banshee's war shouting. And then they back off the Ogrins. Can they pulverize the Farseer now? On retreat? No, they can't. Double cap for Angrathul. Stoned Elf is getting very much preoccupied and distracted maybe by the constant engagements in the mid. He isn't able to contest the northeast as well as Angrathul has. It's not as easy though when you can't fleet of foot around the place. That's a good grenade again. Every grenade has been really good from Angrathul. Down to 67 VPs is Stoned Elf. Ogrin's run. Got so little of the map is blue, but you know the two VPs are. What are these guys doing? Just hanging out. Oh, it's tier 3 for Stoned Elf. With huge amounts of resources. Nothing's been queued up from what I can see. I just don't know if you get a tank here. There's lots of little awkward areas where Wraithguard can mess you up, where Banshees can get in, especially with Guide. I think you should just get Kassakin maybe. But I still say double Ogrins. Dang it. There's the tier 3 for Angrathul. Oh, which probably means we're going to see Seer Council. Maybe the Ogrins could become Bulgrins, which they couldn't do if you stayed tier 2, I guess. That was a pretty good levitation field. The Banshees got messed up, though. In fact, they almost wiped. They're able to make it out. Oh, the VP got decapped over here. Stormtroopers taking it back. A single for Angrathul. Look at the VPs. They're running out for Stone Delph. Seriously running out. There's the Kassakin. A little bit late. Wraithguard don't care about your grenade launchers. Can they hit the Ogrins, though? Where's the levitation? Oh, wow. Good shot. Killed a couple of Ogrins. I think it's still on cooldown, the levitation field. Down to 12 VPs, but has a single cap. What was it that got it? Some brave guardsmen got it. And the mines are very annoying for Angrathul. Nothing's on the VP. Ogrins will turn around to get it, maybe. Got all of you firing? Well, now you're suppressed, so... Basilisk Flare dropped in by the Commissar's global abilities. Down to 12 VP Stone Delph. He's got a decent army, but does he have time to turn this around? Because 12 VPs is not a lot to deal with. Here's Kassakin. Elite tier 3 infantry can switch their ammo to combat all targets. Very quick, limited to one, fast capping. Multiple types of grenades and stuff. They're really cool. 2v1 cap for Stone Delph. Some level 4 guardsmen have done some work, eh? With las guns as well. No real point to getting plasmas. It's not like you can outshoot the Wraithguard. Now they're getting messed up in melee. Holding on to those 12 VPs. What is this? Ogrins are down to 3 models. Just guarding the top, I think, in general. And there's a Seer Council. Elite tier 3 melee squad. With 15% damage resistance aura around them. They themselves benefit from. So that blue aura. Very mobile. And they will mess up the Ogrins really badly. The Ogrins might need to become Bulgrins to use your shield. I mean, they could use your red, I guess, to disrupt them. But once the Seer Council get up, they will get destroyed. But use your shield will suppress them for a decent amount of time before they even make it to the Ogrins. Farseer getting a very shrewd decap. And so are these guys. Commissar kind of late to respond here. Is he going to respond? Ogrins are going for this one. This is a bad call, though. They're not going to be able to. That might be GG for Angrathul. Or rather, for Stone Delph, I guess. The Farseer was taken down, but she got a decap. And the single, I think, is all she needs. No, but the Commissar just can't do enough damage to these guys, which is why I think he needed the Ogrins up here with the disruption. Yep, gets it with a single cap. Awesome game, though. Just played the map a bit better with that awesome mobility that the Eldar have. Look at this, fully bashed power here. Stone Delph had a good army, did good damage, did well in many of the fights. But it's VPs that win it. He had a level 3 Farseer down. She was down for a long time, actually, previously also. And a level 6 Commissar. It was a workhorse, put so much work in on the front lines. Kassakin came out strangely late. Maybe he was indecisive about what to get in tier 3. Maybe he was considering tanks and stuff, because they could, like, maybe patrol this area. This little area here is kind of open, but I don't know, quicker Kassakin up might have made the difference. But there you have it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see ya next time.